Every single day, there are luxury sedans sitting on used car lots across America. Cars that used to cost more than your boss's bad financial decisions are now selling for less than a slightly abused Toyota Corolla. And no, they are not broken, they are just ignored. The first car I am about to show you, most people scroll right past it like it is a Craigslist scam. The last one, that one is so over-engineered for the price, it honestly feels illegal. Welcome to the Auto Judge, where we do not follow trends, we laugh at them. I am your presiding judge today, and I have spent enough time under hoods and in boardrooms to know when the market is lying to you. Today, I am showing you 3 luxury sedans that the market basically ghosted. I am talking about cars that went head-to-head with the BMW 5 Series and Mercedes-Benz E-Class, and in some cases, straight up embarrassed them. I will show you why they are cheap, what will break, what probably won't, and how to not accidentally buy someone else's mechanical nightmare. Listen carefully, because if this first one already sounds like a steal, the last one might actually keep you up at night. Before we go any further, do me a favor and sustain the motion to grow this channel. Hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and drop a comment below telling me which of these you would actually dare to park in your driveway. Your support is the only thing keeping the lights on in this courtroom. Lexus LS430, models from 2001 to 2006. Alright, we are starting with something that, for a very specific group of people, still hits harder than their first paycheck. There was a time when Lexus wasn't trying to be almost German. It was trying to beat Germany at its own game, and honestly, it got uncomfortably close. I'm talking about the Lexus LS430 E30, model years 2001 to 2006. Before you click away thinking, oh great, another old man car, you are not wrong. But you are also missing the entire point. This wasn't just a luxury sedan, this was a flex from Toyota. It was their way of saying, hey Germany, we are going to out-engineer you and then make it so boringly reliable that your mechanics will have to find new hobbies. A fully loaded LS430 E30 left the dealership somewhere between $55,000 and $66,000. Today, clean, well-kept examples are sitting between $8,000 and $14,000. That is not depreciation, that is a financial crime scene, and you are the primary beneficiary. Someone, somewhere, took a $40,000 to $50,000 hit so you can roll around in what is basically a rolling engineering thesis. Here is the secret most people miss. This is not a luxury car that happens to be reliable. This is a reliability experiment that accidentally became one of the best luxury sedans ever built. Under the hood, you have the 4.3-liter V8, the 3UZFE. It pushes 290 horsepower. I know what you are thinking, only 290? Yeah, and a Dodge Charger owner will tell you that is slow right before their transmission files for divorce and takes half the tools in the garage. This engine isn't about numbers, it is about how it delivers them. It is so smooth and quiet that at idle, you will legitimately question your life choices trying to figure out if the car is even on. You will look at the tachometer like it is lying to you. At highway speeds, it doesn't feel fast, it feels like physics took a personal day. With basic maintenance, oil changes, timing belt service, and fluids, these engines routinely go past 300,000 miles. There are documented cases over 400,000 miles. 400,000! At that point, it is not a car anymore, it is a long-term relationship. Meanwhile, people are out here leasing new cars every 3 years like it is a Netflix subscription they forgot to cancel. The transmission is a 5-speed automatic. Before you roll your eyes because it isn't some 10-speed dual-clutch spaceship gearbox, relax. This thing shifts smoother than a politician's apology. Change the fluid every 40,000 miles, and it just keeps going. No drama, no warning lights screaming at you like a Christmas tree in December. Step inside, and this is where it gets borderline disrespectful to modern cars. Adjusted for inflation, you are sitting in something that would cost close to $100,000 today. We are talking semi-aniline leather that actually feels like leather, not like a fancy couch from a budget furniture store. Real wood trim, actual wood with grain, depth, and personality. It is the kind of interior where your friend gets in, starts talking, and then just stops mid-sentence like, "Why is it so quiet in here?" It is because the engineering is insane. You have muted reality. You get the Mark Levinson premium audio system. This isn't premium like modern marketing fluff. This is the same brand that makes high-end home audio systems that cost more than your entire project car. It sounds ridiculously good. You have heated seats, memory seats, and even an optional rear seat reclining function with an ottoman. Yes, an ottoman. Because nothing says, "I have given up on driving myself," like kicking your feet up in the back seat of your own car while your chauffeur, or your teenage son, dodges potholes. Now, a reality check. No car is perfect, not even this one. If you find one with air suspension, expect that at some point it will need attention. A compressor replacement is somewhere between $400 and $800 at an independent shop. People hear that and run away screaming. Meanwhile, those same people will happily buy a used BMW 7 Series with zero service history and act surprised when it financially ruins their entire bloodline. The LS430's e-Trinta tells you what it needs, you fix it, and it moves on. No drama, no emotional damage. So why is it so cheap? Simple. It looks like something your grandfather would drive to a golf course at 6:30 in the morning to complain about the youth. The market moved on to SUVs, and people got scared of V8s because gas prices went up for 5 minutes. One of the most over-engineered sedans ever built became invisible. Which is exactly why it is one of the smartest buys on the market today. Audi A8, models from 2004 to 2010. Now we go from "this will outlive you" to something that feels like it was engineered by a guy named Klaus who drinks espresso at midnight and thinks aluminum is a personality trait. This is the Audi A8, specifically the model years 2004 to 2010. This one is dangerous. Not because it is inherently unreliable, but because if you do not understand what you are looking at, you will either overpay or run away from one of the most advanced cars you can buy at this price. A fully loaded A8 from this era cost between $75,000 and $95,000 when new. Today, $5,000 to $9,000. If you find a pristine one with records, maybe $10,000. That is not depreciation. That is the market having absolutely no idea how to handle a masterpiece. Here is the secret. The single most important thing about this car is something most buyers don't even know exists. It is called the Audi space frame. We are talking full aluminum construction. This isn't just an aluminum hood to save a few pounds and impress the neighbors. The entire body structure is aluminum, making it roughly 40% lighter than a comparable steel luxury sedan. 40%. That is the difference between going to the gym every day for a year and just deciding to remove the entire couch from your life. Lighter means better handling, less stress on the suspension, less stress on the brakes, and better long-term structural integrity. You drive this thing today and it doesn't feel like a big luxury barge trying to hide its weight. It feels tight and precise, like it actually knows where it is going. Meanwhile, some modern cars feel like they are still buffering mid-corner. Under the hood, you get the 4.2-liter V8 with 335 horsepower, paired with Audi's Quattro all-wheel drive. If you have never driven a proper Quattro, imagine having grip in situations where your brain is screaming, "We probably shouldn't be doing this." It does 0 to 60 in under 6 seconds, all while you are sitting in heated leather seats listening to music that sounds like the band is living in your dashboard. And yes, if you are feeling brave or financially irresponsible, there is the W12 version. 6.0 liters, 444 horsepower, and 12 cylinders in a car you can find for under $12,000. That is not a car purchase. That is a questionable life decision, and I respect it. It is like dating a supermodel who has a black belt in karate. Exciting, but you better stay on your best behavior. Step inside, because this is where Audi reminded everyone they were not playing games. Real leather, real wood, and real aluminum trim. Not that chrome-look plastic that scratches if you breathe on it too hard. Then there is the Bang & Olufsen sound system. If you know, you know. This is why your living room doesn't sound this good. It is crisp, deep, and clean. You will start listening to genres of music you hate just to hear the production quality. The ride quality is where it gets ridiculous. At highway speeds, the cabin is so quiet and stable that you genuinely forget how fast you are going, which is great until you see a state trooper who is very interested in discussing your travel velocity. Now, let's talk about the part that scares people. Maintenance. This is where the A8 separates the adults from the people who just wanted a cheap flex. Rule number 1. Service history is not optional. If the seller says, "I think it was maintained," you walk away like they just asked you for a kidney. You want records. Full records. Rule number 2. Air suspension. At some point, it will need a new compressor. That is $500 to $900. People panic over this, yet they will finance a brand new SUV for $700 a month and call themselves smart. Rule number 3. Tires. The Quattro system means all 4 tires must match. Same brand, same wear. You can't mix and match like it's a clearance sale at a thrift store. A full set will run you $900 to $1,200. Non-negotiable. If you maintain it properly, this car is not the nightmare people claim. The nightmare comes from neglected examples owned by people who bought a $90,000 car for $6,000 and then tried to maintain it like a lawnmower. That is how you end up crying in a gas station parking lot at 2 in the morning. But a clean, documented A8? That is German flagship engineering for the price of a used economy car that smells like fast food and regret. It is cheap because of its reputation, a reputation built by bad owners, not bad engineering. The market doesn't take the time to separate the two, and that is where your opportunity lies. Infiniti M45 and M37, models from 2006 to 2010. This is the one. If you have been sitting there thinking, okay, these are good deals, let me stop you right there. This is not a good deal. This is what happens when engineering and the used car market completely lose contact with reality. I'm talking about the Infiniti M40 E5 and its slightly more sensible sibling, the M30 E-Seat, model years 2006 to 2010. This car is for people who want something dangerous, not unreliable, but dangerous to your self-control. Once you drive it, you are going to start questioning why you would ever spend more money on anything else. It is like finding out the quiet kid in class is actually a professional MMA fighter. When new, a fully loaded M40 E5 cost between $48,000 and $58,000. Today, $5,000 to $9,000. That is all it takes to get into a rear-wheel drive V8 luxury sedan that was literally built to fight the BMW 5 Series and the Mercedes-Benz E-Class and not embarrass itself. Actually, scratch that, in some ways, it straight up embarrassed them. Infiniti didn't try to out-German the Germans by adding more complexity and more sensors that fail if the humidity changes. They did it by simplifying the right things. Near-perfect weight distribution, double wishbone front suspension, and multi-link rear suspension. This wasn't designed to just feel nice while you cruise to the grocery store. This was designed to handle. It feels like a sports sedan that just happens to have heated seats and a really good sound system. Let's talk engines. The M30 E-Seat comes with a 3.7-liter V6, 330 horsepower, naturally aspirated. No turbos, no complicated plumbing, just a solid high-revving engine that responds instantly. It is the kind of engine that makes you downshift for no reason other than to hear it sing. Then there is the M40 E5. That is where things get a little irresponsible. A 4.5-liter V8 with 325 horsepower and, more importantly, torque. Real torque. The kind that pushes you back into the seat and makes you grin like you just got away with something. 0 to 60 in under 6 seconds in a car most people assume is just another quiet executive sedan. I call it silent chaos. From the outside, it looks calm. Inside, you are having the time of your life. And since there are no turbochargers, you have less heat and less, why is this repair bill the size of my mortgage moments? Step inside, because people really underestimate this interior. Leather seats that actually age well, real wood trim, not printed, not inspired by wood, but actual wood, and a Bose premium audio system. It feels solid. Everything was built with intention, not rushed or good enough. Now, for the reality check. No car is perfect. Check the timing chain components on higher mileage cars. It is not a guaranteed failure, but as your judge, I advise you to verify the evidence. Also, change the rear differential fluid on the V8 models. It is simple maintenance, but people ignore it and then act surprised when things get noisy. Classic human error. Other than that, ownership is almost boring. Oil changes, brakes, tires, that is it. This is a car a competent independent mechanic can handle without needing a PhD and a special laptop shipped from Munich. Parts are available, and the service is straightforward. The problem is the market never paid attention. Everyone knows the Infiniti G30 E5, but nobody remembers the M. It just disappeared. While everyone else was chasing SUVs and crossovers with fake off-road plastic bits, this thing sat quietly on used car lots waiting for someone with a brain. It is now cheaper than a used economy car that struggles to merge onto the highway without a prayer and a tailwind. 3 cars, 3 completely different approaches, 1 identical outcome. They were built at a time when manufacturers were trying to prove something. Not cut costs, not chase trends, but prove they were the best. Today they are cheap for one reason only: the market moved on. Not because they failed, but because people stopped paying attention. That is where your opportunity lies. If you want to stop being a victim of the used car market, you have to look where no one else is looking. If this video changed the way you look at luxury, sustain the motion by hitting that like button. It helps the algorithm realize that some of us still care about real engineering. Subscribe to the Auto Judge, where we find the cars the market forgot and remind you why they were expensive in the first place. Drop a comment below. Which one of these 3 would you pick to be your daily driver? Remember, the best car you will ever own might already be sitting on a lot somewhere, ignored, underpriced, and waiting for someone who actually knows what they are looking at. Case closed. See you in the next one.